Kennedy half dollar is the longest running design in the history of the United States Mint for the half dollar denomination. First struck in 1964, we still strike the Kennedy half dollar to this very day. However, what many collectors have forgotten about is that first year of issue did not go the way the U.S. Mint had expected. You see, the unfortunate problem was the Kennedy half dollar had a very different design initially in 1964. We called this the heavily accented hair design. But unfortunately, they had already struck several million coins before someone realized we should probably ask Jackie Kennedy what she thought of the coin design. And unfortunately, she hated it. She thought the extra lines in his hair, just there above where the ear is, we'll have a graphic up in a second to show you the difference, she thought it made his hair look incredibly unkempt and messy, and she thought it was disrespectful to his memory. You can see that accented hair there on the right. It looks like almost like a wishbone that comes up out of the creases of the hair by his ear. And tonight we have some of the proof Kennedy half dollars struck before the design change in beautiful NGC certified proof 68 condition. It's item number 9057473 and just $699.95 per coin. We are at least $165 less than our nearest competition for this accented hair coin in beautiful proof 68.
So 1964, these proof Kennedys were only made available from the United States Mint proof set. That's the only place you can get these proofs. And we're going to, just a second, we're going to show you exactly what those look like. At this time, 1964, they were still making those polypack proof sets. Prior to 1955, they were boxed. But in 1955 and forward, they made them in this type of presentation. It's a poly pack, each coin in its individual spot with an air pocket and in a manila envelope. Of course, that was in 1963, I think, Franklin, but the 64 is the same way. They didn't transition to a hard plastic lens until 1968. So that is why we see higher grades on the 68s and forwards because of the way the coin was stored, presented in that hard lens. In this date, 1964, they moved around within that poly pack. High grades just don't exist.
Yes, and these coins are incredibly rare. While the accented hair design for both uncirculated and proof are rarities all around, the proof coins took a lot longer to strike, so they hadn't struck as many by the time they were told, "She hates the design, please stop, we need to fix this." So, when you look at population reports today, you can find out just how rare these coins really are. Now, we have to work out of the total proof mintage of 3.9 million total coins because they actually don't know just how many of these coins they made. Experts believe it's anywhere from 1 to 3%, but even the people working at the Mint had slightly different numbers for exactly how many coins they made. What we do know is the NGC population reports. And in 68 or better, there were 38,298 1964 Kennedy half dollars in any shape or form, accented hair or regular. When you talk about just the accented hair, there are only 2,813 coins in this condition or better. When you break that down against the 3.9 million coins they struck in proof condition, you're looking at 1 in every 1,404 coins struck have the accented hair design in this condition or better. When you break that down to a percent, it is less than 1/10 of a percent. Just 0.07% of the entire mintage is known to exist today with the accented hair design in proof 68 condition. It's why this coin in this grade with our competition costs upwards of $865 when you can find it in proof 68. We are significantly less at just $699.95, more than $165 less than our nearest competitor for one of the rarest proof Kennedys ever made.
9057473, folks. That's the item number for this one. It is that first year of issues, 90% silver proof Kennedy half dollar with the accented hair. The coin's made first before the design changed because the First Lady did not like the way his hair looked in the design. In this design, they changed it from what is on the right, that was the first coins made, to the left side, the normal hair variety. And every Kennedy half dollar going forward and had that normal hair versus the unkempt / messy hair. These are those 68 grades, though, where there are only 2,813 known to exist in the entire world today. $699.95 for this beauty. Our competition, once again, is $165 north of us at $865. You can call in, folks, at 866-518-5933 to own one of these rare beauties, or visit us online via the web. That is abccoins.com. And again, 905-7473. That's the item number to search in that search bar on the web.
And these coins also hold a unique place in the hearts of collectors, because those of us who've been watching and collecting with the U.S. Mint for a long time now know that the U.S. Mint does not like to admit when they've made an error in the minting process. And just like the 1909 VDB cent, you can't quite officially call this a U.S. Mint error strike. However, we can agree that it was a U.S. Mint mistake. And no coins are more sought after than the blunders made by the United States Mint, and this is one of the biggest ones they could have made. We have had former presidents before transition onto U.S. coinage after they passed away, notably Roosevelt. However, they were very involved with making sure that that family liked the design before it went to the coin. So you have to wonder what exactly was going on in 1964 that they never asked Jackie. Well, it resulted in one of the rarest Kennedy half dollars of all time, and a unique coin that is not a U.S. Mint error, but is a U.S. Mint mistake. And in this condition, it is truly one of the rarest coins in the Kennedy half dollar series, barring some of those massive white whale type pieces. If everyone in the U.S. wanted to get their hands on these coins, with just 2,813 known in this condition or better with the accented hair, that means it's less than 56 coins per state. I can tell you that there are millions of Kennedy half dollar buyers in the country today, so 56 per state is absolutely nothing. And these coins are so rare, once collectors get their hands on them, they hardly ever let them go if they can keep them. And we are more than $165 less than our nearest competition for a beautiful Proof 68 grade coin.
Folks, we do have to put a 30-second clock up. The Kennedy half dollar series, we're about to celebrate the 60th anniversary of that series, and it's still going strong, but this is issue number 1. Now, first and last are always coveted in a collector series. This is year number 1, but not only year number 1, the first strikes, the accented hair before the design changed over, and because of the way they were presented and stored in those types of poly packs, that's why we see that literally less than 0.1% are known in 68 grade or better. Save $165 tonight off our competition. Join us.